नमस्ते। वीर जवानों के बलिदान ने हमें आज़ादी दिलाई। उनके सपनों को पूरा करना है हमारी सच्ची श्रद्धांजलि होगी। तुम हो देश का भविष्य, तुम हो देश की उम्मीद। आज़ादी के मूल्यों को अपने जीवन में अपनाओ और एक बेहतर भारत का निर्माण करो। आज़ादी की ज्वाला कभी नहीं बुझेगी। जय हिंद।
சுதந்திரம் எவ்வளவு சுகமானது! இந்த ஒற்றை சொல்லை உச்சரிக்கும் பொழுது உடலல்லவா சிலிர்த்து போகிறது. இந்த ஒற்றை சொல்லுக்கு யார் தந்தது இவ்வளவு உணர்ச்சியினை? துப்பாக்கி குண்டுகள் துளைத்த இதயத்தின் சிதறல்கள் தந்ததோ? தன் உயிரை எடுக்க வந்த தூக்கு கயிறுக்கு முத்தமிட்ட வீரனின் உதடுகள் தந்ததோ? பள்ளி செல்லும் பருவத்தில் போர்க்களம் சென்ற பாலகர்களின் வீரம் தந்ததோ? பல்லோர் சிந்திய உதிரத்தின் ஓடையிலே நீந்தி வந்ததல்லவோ இச்சுதந்திரம்? வீரர்களின் சடலங்கள் பூமி தாயை தழுவும் பொழுது உடல் வருட வந்ததல்லவோ இச்சுதந்திரம்? பாரதியின் பாவின் பிறந்தவளே, செக்கிழுத்தவனின் கைகளில் புண்ணாக காய்த்தவளே, தூக்கிலிட்ட வீரர்களின் கழுத்து தழும்பில் பிறந்தவளே, சுதந்திர தாயே, உன்னை பெற நாங்கள் தந்த விலை சற்று அதிகம்தான். ஒற்றுமை இல்லையெனில் வேறாரிடம் வேதனைப்பட வேண்டும் என்று தாங்கள் கற்றுத்தந்த பாடமோ அதைவிட பெரியது. நன்றி.
தன்யவாத்.
The incident that shook the whole nation on April 13, 1919, the horrible massacre at Jallianwala Bagh, Punjab. This isn't an isolated incident, rather an incident that happened with a multitude of factors working in the background. The Indian National Congress had assumed self-governance could be granted once World War I ended, but the imperial bureaucracy had other plans. Scene 1. Sir Michael O'Dwyer, Lieutenant Governor of Punjab.
The Rowlatt Act passed on March 10, 1919 seems to be quite interesting. We have all the authority to imprison or confine any person without a trial if they associate with seditious activities. Ha! The Punjab government is set out to suppress all oppositions.
Sir, this article Satyagrahi published by Mr. Gandhi describes the ways to oppose the Rowlatt Act.
We have to find ways to stop Mr. Gandhi from entering Punjab and arrest him if he disobeys, or even deport Gandhi to Burma.
No. It might instigate the public. I guess Mr. Saifuddin Kichlev and Dr. Satyapal are popular leaders who favors violence. Probably arresting them would lead to a popular outburst. Let us not do it publicly. Let me invite them for a high tea.
April 10th, 1919, at the Governor's office.
Yes, gentlemen, I welcome you, and good you have responded to my invitation. Have your tea. You people have great affinity towards your leader, Mr. Gandhi.
He has sown the seed of non-violence in us. He has instructed to all countrymen to be prepared for resistance. This does not mean this sacred town or country should be flooded with blood. The resistance should be passive. We are supposed to be ready to act according to our conscience. Though this may send us to jail, we will not cause pain to distress to anyone. We will not use harsh words in respect to any policeman or traitor, which might cause him pain or lead to the possibility of breach of the peace or a riot. This is the sole force, the insistence on truth. It is the process of purification and penance.
This message has passed through thousands and thousands of people, but the war had ended, and the British, despite rumors of defeat on more than one occasion, you had come up victorious. Many of our people died at the war zone just for you. But what have you done for us? Just see the price of dal, wheat, jowar. We cannot even think of ghee. How is one to feed the family?
We were to get more freedom after the war. We were to get more power in our hands. That was our young men shed their blood in the war. All we got was the Kala Kun, the undisabled law, the black law. The law that ensures that we stay quiet, no meetings, no demands, not even thought. Just stay in homes, mumble our prayers, and if we so much see an Englishman, we should lower our eyes and salam, salam, salam.
People are tired, frustrated, and disappointed. And now the Revolt Act is adding fuel to the fire. We still believe a resolute silence rather than a vociferous shouting.
God! Take them to Dharmasala!
हिंदुस्तान हमारा है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय.
Sir Michael O'Dwyer made a long phone call to Delhi and Shimla to make sure that the orders preventing Gandhi from entering Punjab, which had been sent earlier, were given effect. Delhi had, in addition, decided to confine Gandhi to the Bombay presidency. O'Dwyer had tried pushing the envelope. He wanted Gandhi deported to Burma or Andamans, but he could not get agreement. The Viceroy had given O'Dwyer carte blanche for handling Punjab, not the entire country. Banging down the telephone in disgust, O'Dwyer walks up and down. C2.
Government of India won't go that far. I know these nationalists. We have plenty of them in Ireland. They only sow chaos. Gandhi's passive resistance is nothing but a clever invitation to violence and disorder. Anyway, let them handle him wherever they want, as long he does not become a problem.
Sir, many protesters marched to the Deputy Commissioner's residence to demand the release of the two leaders.
Hey, Englishman, release all leaders, Saifuddin Saab and Satyapal Saab.
Hey Englishman, release our leaders, Saifuddin Saab and Satyapal Saab.
Inqulab!
Zindabad!
Inqulab!
Zindabad!
Inqulab!
जिंदाबाद. स्वराज्य मेरा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है और हम इसे लेकर रहूंगा.
We want our leaders back. You traitors, how dare you cuff their hands? We will chase you out very soon. Policemen, what are you waiting for? They don't need any provocation. Charge! Don't spare anyone.
C3, 11th April 1919.
At the head of the column were two Indian police officers on horseback, followed by a horse-drawn bamboo cart in which sat the Tahsildar and the town crier. Dwyer raises his hand at the procession and orders the town crier.
Bhai or Behano, ladies and gentlemen, this is for your notice. No inhabitant of the city is permitted to go out of his house after 8 p.m. Persons going out into the street after 8 p.m. will be liable to the bullets from the gun. No procession is permitted at any time in the bazaars or in any part of the city or at any place outside the city. Any such procession or gathering will be considered illegal and will be dealt with accordingly, and if necessary will be dispersed by means of arms.
Sir, can I open my shop? All I have is perishable goods. Fruits and vegetables are kept inside for more than 30 hours. It will become unsuitable for consumption. Already old people and small children are starving. Sir, please have mercy.
Saab, I came to see my soldier's son, who was taken away by the police. Please consider my plea. His mother had not eaten anything for past 2 days. She had become very weak. If this condition continues, we will lose her. Saab, please have mercy.
Dwyer, we need to handle the situation very diplomatically. Mr. Gandhi spoke for the second resolution calling for the repeal of the Rowlatt Act, and then watched with amazement as the thousands who had gathered there left the ground without any loud protest or violence. This was a force I had never seen before. Gandhi's words were working magic. Nor had I seen a Ram Navami festival. Muslims had joined Hindus in the celebration and walked through the narrow bazaars arm in arm. Young Muslim boys formed cordons to enable Hindu girls to pass safely through the crowd. At various places on that hot day, particularly at the Chowk where the Munari Wala Bazaar meets the Gantagar Bazaar, they stopped to make a big show of communal amity. Hindu boys wearing Muslim takiyas and Muslims proudly wearing saffron tikas on their forehead and drank water from shared earthen cup. Together they shouted, Ramachandra ji ki jai, Mahatma Gandhi ji ki jai, Hindu Musalman ki jai. They were very particular in non-violence, no damage to public property, no harm to any Englishman or woman. They also knew that Dwyer will see in all this a grave provocation, an insurrection, a rebellion, an insidious effort to undermine all his success to crushing the conspiracy, and you would go to any extreme.
Scene 4. Baisakhi Festival. This festival reflects the cultural heritage of the Sikh community and Punjab. This is an occasion for expressing gratitude, seeking blessings, and rejoicing in the spirit of togetherness and prosperity. It symbolizes the value of gratitude, community, and joy of abundance. They visit Gurudwara to offer prayers and visit their dear ones.
Soldiers, march through the lands and set up pickets. Cut off water and electricity supply. Let them not celebrate Baisakhi, the so-called festival of spring.
Beti Maya, after the firing and violence on our leaders Saifuddin and Satyapal arrest, it had got more difficult to visit our holy place. The police and military are everywhere, many lanes barricaded.
No matter what the risk is, I have to fulfill the vow promised to Vahi Guru. I will offer my prayers at the Golden Temple for 40 days, and then I am sure he will grant me the only boon I wanted. Yes, a child to make our happiness complete.
Didi, no problem. I will be your ally. I will guide her by new routes. I can dodge every barrier, crisscross through private houses and find ways across roofs. You don't worry, Didi.
Fine, be careful on your way. For last 3 years, without even telling her husband, she had tried whatever the older woman in the village had suggested, eating what they said, praying in the direction they pointed to, but nothing had worked. Then someone had told her the ancient story of Dani, the wife of Sidhu Sarwar from Firozapur, who had been blessed with a son 12 years after the marriage. Maya made the same pilgrimage that Dani had made to the Baisakhi Mela at the shrine.
Pairi Pauna.
Bahwana tuhanda bala kare.
I had peace of mind while meditating inside the golden temple. I could feel the presence of the shrine. I am sure we will be blessed with a child. Babi, take this prasad. What is that you are so curious to see through the window?
I see many people and some preparations are underway for some sort of event. Someone is testing a megaphone. I think there would be speeches. Probably the rolled act and appeals for Satyagraha. We can also join the gathering.
I'm longing to meet my father and uncle and visit the Golden Temple. The prospect of ever seeing home again had been so distant. All these years of the Great War, that become part of a fairy tale. The kind that one thinks of before falling asleep. The kind that one embellishes and breathes life into. The kind that one knows all along will never come true, the way I imagined. Though I had lived in rat-infested, waterlogged trenches of Europe, through the devastating shriek and thud of shells, amidst the burning heat of distant desert sands, fighting enemies lost in the territory. I'm still alive. It's all because of the confidence I gained from my Rala Mama, both physically and mentally. Wrestling, yes, he taught me the beautiful moves and techniques. Ours were cosmic connection, and now my visit is going to be a great surprise to my Rala Mama. I will give this shawl and hug him, for I owe him so much.
Scene 5. Superintendent of Police.
I am J.F. Rahil. Sir, we got an information from CID man that a big gathering is to be held in Jallianwala Bagh at 4:30 this afternoon. An aeroplane that flew over has reported back. It is said that the Bagh is an enclosed space surrounded by the high back walls of the houses. There were 4 or 5 narrow edges. A huge crowd had gathered around a wooden platform to listen the speeches.
Sir, we have received a draft from the head office. It doesn't sound good.
What does it say?
Railway stations between Kasur and Amritsar looted. British soldier killed and 2 British officers injured at Kasur. Bands of rebels reported on the move. Kasur and Taran Taran treasuries attacked. State of open rebellion exists in parts of districts of Lahore and Amritsar. Lieutenant Governor with concurrence of General Officer commanding 16th Division and Chief Justice of the High Court requests the Governor General in Council to suspend functions of ordinary criminal courts in Amritsar and Lahore districts to establish martial law therein and to direct trials of offenders under Section 22 Regulation Act of 1804. Section 4 will be borne in mind. Situation is critical. Movable column starts on march from Faizapur to Amritsar to worst track.
Scene 6. Like a harpoon, looking for a fish under the water's surface, Sir Michael O'Dwyer was waiting for his time. Dwyer drove everybody hard. He had no patience for any trouble by the Indians. All protest had to be crushed with a hard hand. Dwyer had been itching to get to the scene of the action, and now that he is here, he had quickly taken matters into his own hands and kept every officer busy.
A stream can be stopped at its source by a twig. If you let it flow, it will drown even an elephant. A storm is coming. Convinced, a big revolt is brewing. I am going to involve the army, police, Sikh peasants and frontier tribes. I will show people that there is a force stronger than Mr. Gandhi's soul's force. This time it will be troops and not just the police who will open fire on these rascals. They will be punished for violating our proclamation. These people must understand that rebellion is a costly game. Porter, arrange 25 men from Gurkhas, 25 men from Frontier Force, and 40 Gurkhas with kukris. They will do what I tell them without question. And they shouldn't care much for Punjab natives. No need for British infantry. I don't need the company commanders either. Whatever has to be done, I will do myself. Arrange 5 more detachments of troops, each of 40 men, to be prepared to stand by. They will form pickets around the city walls. Let's proceed.
There is no way for the car to go in. The alley is very narrow.
Leave them here. Let's move. Take positions. Gurkhas on the right and Frontier Force on the left. Load your rifles. How many do you think there are?
Sir, perhaps 5,000. No. Perhaps 4 or 5 times more.
No, they won't fire. It's just a blank.
Fire! Fire!
Oh, my dear son, your spirit will journey with me throughout this life and comfort me when I long to see you. My greatest love was giving birth to you, and my greatest tragedy is saying goodbye now. Only a mother who loses a child can realize this depths of grief.
Rala mama, I have come to see you after 5 years. I wanted to spend time with you. I bought a shawl to gift you, but now, no, Rala mama.
I lost someone I love so much brings pain beyond belief. There are no words to ease my pain, my sadness and my grief. I have lost someone so close, so wonderful and dear. I wish you were near, although you have left this world. It's all the love I want to give, but cannot. All that unspent love gathers up in the corners of my eyes, the lump in my throat and in that hollow part of her chest. Grief is just love with no place to go.
Why life is so unkind? Could anyone compare to the pain of losing you? Oh my dear, you were the greatest gift of all. Nobody can replace you. My heart aches. Oh dear, you were my special gift in my life. Amma, losing a mother is a pain that cannot be described in words. It is virtually impossible to move on from the memory of losing the woman who sacrificed happiness in her own life so that I could have a better one. Ma, your love was irreplaceable. Ma, you are my angel.
The barrage of bullets as if they intended to bring down the sky. A collective groan seemed to rise up, and it became a whimper, and then that too died out. They did not spare anyone, man or woman or child. There was no place to run, no trench to hide in, no pit to jump into. The narrow exits were few, and many were locked. Death, death, death was demanding everywhere. Corpses, heaps of corpses, blocking all the entrances to the bug, with their eyes blown out, skulls split, arms and legs smashed, cries coming from all directions, asking for help, asking for water, the dead and the dying, so many clustered near the well. People were walking around looking for their own turning over bodies. 1,650 rounds of bullets. Dear, hard-earned independence. Handled with care. Jai Hind.